So now if we wanted to do that, we could right click, duplicate the layer. Now on our duplicated layer, which is our copy layer, what we can do is go to select and go to inverse. Now what that does is it basically selects everything but the lips. So on the top layer, we will hit delete. And now it looks like nothing has been done, but as you can see here in the little image, we've deleted everything but the lips. Okay, so let's go to select, deselect. And to show you what I've done here, I'm going to just make sure that bottom layer is turned off. So on this layer here, if we turn it off, now on this layer, it's just the lips. Okay, so we can get some really cool effects. For example, making the lips more red. So we'll turn this layer back on. And on the top layer, which just has the lips, and we can actually name this. So that's just the lips. Now with just the lips layer selected, we can go to image, adjustments, and then we'll have a whole bunch of options here that we can affect just this single layer with. Okay, so we can go to, for example, brightness and contrast, and if we brighten it up, you'll see that it's just the lips, or contrast. So okay, so we'll go to cancel, go to adjustments, so we can go to curves, for example, and then we can click on the line and make some pivot points, and then just select the darker parts of the image or the brighter parts or the mids. So right here, okay, we'll just make the lips just a little darker. Okay, and then we can make the highlights in the lips a little brighter. And then we'll click OK. Okay, so now that has one effect on it. So another thing we could do is make the lips more vibrant. So like she's wearing lipstick. Okay, and there's a whole bunch of other effects we can do. We can just make the lips black and white. Now, of course, if you go drastic like this, the edges won't look that great because you did select it with just the magic wand tool, so it's not perfect. From a beginner's perspective, I wouldn't worry about that at this point. So now that we've brightened up the lips a little bit, you can see the difference just by clicking on the eyeball here. So the next thing we could do is on the bottom layer, we can add some more effects to this and change this however we want, and that will not affect the lips because we have the lips layer on top of this layer. Okay, so on this layer, let's go to image adjustments. We'll go to curves. Okay, so we'll make our 3 points again. Now you don't have to do this, but I just like to do that. So those are 3 points. Now on the bottom here, we'll just darken the overall image. And you can see it's happening in just the hair there. Okay, and that doesn't affect anything else really. Okay, or we can go to the mids. Okay, or we can go to the highlights. And if we wanted to do that, we can start introducing some other stuff, or we can remove some of the whites a bit so the pure white doesn't exist in the image. Now again, if you go too drastic, it's not going to look too good. So the idea here is just subtle things. All right, I canceled that, but you get the idea.